Being an online course, we will be using Canvas. Canvas is our university's online learning platform. So Canvas will be the platform for all aspects of our course. I will post all course material to Canvas for your access, and all communications, such as email, announcements, discussion boards, will occur through Canvas as well. There are a few components of our Canvas course that I think you'll be using most often. One of those is the modules component. This is where I'll be posting pretty much all of the course materials. You can access this component by clicking on the Modules tab on the left side of your screen. This is a 15-week course, and so there are 15 corresponding modules. One module for each week of the course. In each module, we cover a specific topic, either a couple of moral theories, a pair of moral theories, or a particular moral issue. During most weeks, the modules will consist of the following components, and I'll explain why I'm saying most weeks in a moment. But during most weeks, the modules will consist of the following components: an overview of the topic for that week, an instructor presentation of my own, and your assignments for that week, including what your assigned readings are, and a discussion board and a quiz. So let's go over some of these components. In the overviews, I give an overview of that module, and I provide some of the main questions we will be examining for that week. In the instructor presentations, I essentially provide my own explanations and my own analysis of the respective moral theories or the respective moral issue. These presentations consist of both videos, short videos, and text, and I've mixed the videos and the text together. In terms of your assignments, each week you will have a few assigned readings, as well as you will be required to participate in a discussion board. So discussion boards are where you will have the opportunity to share your thoughts, voice your ideas, your questions with your classmates and with myself. Each week you are required to make an initial post where you are addressing a prompt that I have given you, and that initial post is always due by Thursday at midnight. Whenever you have a discussion board assignment, your first post on the discussion board is due by Thursday at midnight. And then you also are required to provide a response to a classmate by midnight on Sunday. Any week you're assigned a discussion board, you must also provide a response to a classmate by Sunday. Okay, so one post by Thursday at midnight and one response to a classmate by Sunday at midnight. In terms of quizzes, during most weeks you'll have a quiz, and these are assessments, and you are being assessed on your understanding of the topic for that week, whether it be the moral theories or the particular moral issue. You are being assessed on your understanding of both the readings and the presentations, okay? So that is to say that in order to be successful on the quizzes, you must complete both the readings and the presentations. And if you do that, I think that the quizzes are relatively straightforward. What else? I think that pretty much covers what is encompassed in the modules component of the course. Actually, there's one more thing I should mention. So earlier I said during most weeks the modules will include an overview, a presentation, a discussion board, and a quiz. However, there's a few exceptions to that rule. during 3 weeks out of the 15 weeks, you will have what I call a reflection week. And you will be given the chance to reflect on the material that has been covered up till that point, okay? So for instance, once we get through the moral theory section of the course, you will be given an entire week to reflect on moral theory and the various moral theories that we have covered. And during that reflection week, you will not have a quiz, but rather you will have a discussion board, and your post and your response for that reflection week will count for slightly more points than a normal discussion board participation. And you will have 3 of those reflection weeks spread out over the course, okay? So again, during those reflection weeks, there won't necessarily be an instructor presentation or a quiz. Rather, you will be given a prompt that will ask you to reflect on the material, and you will then have to participate on the discussion board and share your ideas and your thoughts and your questions with the class members. So that, I think, concludes the module section of the course. The other components of our Canvas course that I think you'll be using most often are the announcements tab, which is again on the left side of your screen. If I ever have to announce anything important, I will post it there first. I will also give updates each week through the announcements tab. And the final aspect of the course that I think will be useful to you is the grades component of the course. Again, that's on the left side of your screen. You can find the grades tab. And I encourage you to stay up to date with your grades. I try to enter grades as soon as possible. And when I enter grades, it goes into the grade book, and you can keep track of what your grades are. And I encourage you to do that throughout the entire semester. So I think that those are the main components of our Canvas course that you'll be using. And I think that pretty much concludes what I wanted to go over to introduce you to this course. So you can move on to the next section of our course now, where I introduce myself a bit further. And I would just say I'm excited to have you here. I'm excited to teach this course. And let's go ahead and get started. Thanks.